Hello, Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity, and today we're going to talk about a topic that I have harped on again and again and again, and that is that the United Healthcare's metabolic health pretty much sucks. That's why when you look at our drug spending, you look at the likelihood of having a successful single payer or national health care, or you look at why the US did so poorly with COVID, it's because our metabolic health sucks. And you can, depending on what you look at, what you measure, but it's 90% or more of people in the US have poor metabolic health. Like, that's a huge concern. So where does that put us ranking globally among other industrialized nations? And this is kind of a scorecard looking at high-income industrialized countries. The U.S. has the highest per capita spending on healthcare. That shouldn't come as a big surprise. We have a lot of high-ticket items that don't always provide value. So we have lower life expectancy at birth. Hopefully you're writing all these down because it's a long list. Lower life expectancy at birth, highest death rates for avoidable or treatable diseases, think diabetes, stroke, heart disease, highest rate of people with multiple chronic conditions, and double the obesity rate of the next nearest country, or of the average. There's nothing else to say. Like, that's really the crux of it all, is that these chronic conditions are almost always entirely lifestyle driven. We have the highest rates of maternal and infant morbidity, so our kids and moms are not doing better. Highest suicide rates, not the highest, but the highest, were along with Japan and South Korea. And again, that has everything to do with the mental health, our exercise, our diet. Those all play a role in overall mental health. And we had the highest death rate from COVID, or if not the highest, definitely close. So comparing us to other countries doesn't work unless you're comparing us to other countries whose metabolic health sucks. And there's a couple reasons for this, largely because industry, like money, drives this country. You look at the large confectionery companies that drive advertising and food in schools and convenient foods. You look at communities that are not exercisable or walkable. You look at a very drug-dominated, massively drug-dominated society. If somebody has high blood pressure, if they said, oh my gosh, you need to make these changes or you're going to die, then maybe people would be more likely to make changes. Instead, they're like, hey, take this drug. It turns out you're probably still going to die but you're going to feel better about the process, and you're going to have side effects with the drugs, and you're not going to fix the underlying problem. So there are multiple reasons. This is not the first time I've mentioned how poor our metabolic health is. This one just really delineates it and just puts it in scale across the globe. Is we just suck. We spend the most money, we get the worst outcomes. So interestingly enough, good quality diet and exercise and sunlight are generally free or very low cost. Can't really say it any better than that. As always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.